What if I told you the best parts of Italy aren't Rome, Florence, or Venice? Yeah, those cities are icons, but they're expensive, crowded, and hardly relaxing. Everyone's racing to snap the same photo, eat the same pasta, and wait in the same line. But there's another side of Italy 90% of tourists never see. So today, I'll take you to 3 places I've stayed recently. Quiet, beautiful corners of Italy where you can actually breathe. And don't worry, I'll put the Google Map links for all these locations down in the description so you can check them out. And stick with me till the end because I got one spot that feels like the Italy Instagram forgot. Let's start with where I'm staying right now. Up here in the countryside, above Marostica and Bassano del Grappa, you got alpine foothills, vineyards, and a cool breeze coming down from the Dolomites. But most tourists blast right past this part of Veneto, heading straight for Venice or Verona. So they miss out on Bassano, a city where you can walk across a 16th century wooden bridge, sip a spritz in the square, and feel like you stepped into a postcard without stepping on anyone's toes. You want mountain drama? Well, the Dolomites, they're right up the road. City vibe? Verona, it's about an hour's drive away. But most people, well, they never look in this direction. Look at this place. I mean, come on, you got the whole view of the valley down there, flowers here, olive trees there, and a nice restaurant along with this hotel. Now let's take it back to where I was staying about a week ago in Tuscany, not Florence, not Siena, but in the hills of Barberino, Val d'Elsa. In a little farmhouse called La Pimpinella di Semifonte. That place alone deserves a spritz. I mean, La Pimpinella.
Artificial intelligence.
There, you're waking up in the morning to the sound of songbirds instead of car horns. And you're wandering olive groves instead of dodging selfie sticks. It's the kind of place that makes you stop. But here's the kicker. You got Florence just about 40 minutes to the north and about the same time and distance to Siena down in the south. So you can dip into those tourist hotspots if you want and then retreat back to your own private Zen zone. Some people dream about living the Tuscan dream. I was deep in it, barefoot, cappuccino in hand, and no crowd in sight. And I just loved the personal atmosphere there. I needed some laundry done. Alessandra, the wife and husband owner, well, she took my clothes, washed them, and I asked how much. No charge. This place here, they want to charge $6 for a pair of pants. That's okay. Alessandra did it for free. And there, you're in this valley with the vineyards all around. And even though you're in Tuscany, a tourist hotspot, the tourists don't make it out there. You're down a 2-kilometer gravel road. You don't even feel like you're in the tourist central hub of Italy. I stayed there 2 nights. I wish I stayed longer. Then there's Puglia, down in the heel of Italy's boot. I stayed in a farmhouse, a masseria Zambardo. Think poolside with aperitivo in hand, olive groves, walking trails that feels like time forgot them. Oh, and this little cute cat named Gregor. Oh. Hey. Yeah. Just ruling the lands. I watched her one morning walking out to the olive grove and coming back about 10 minutes later with a little mouse in her mouth, and she was taking it to her kittens for early morning breakfast. But most tourists skip Puglia because it's not as famous, not as polished, and not on the beaten path. So they miss out on Ostuni, just to the north, the beaches about a 20-minute drive over to the east. They miss those walking or running trails. I was out running every morning, logging my runs on Strava. You can check them out. I love that place. Just got out this morning for 10K, 10 and a half. Whew. And they definitely miss out on the food. Pasta that tastes like someone's nana just decided to ruin store-bought pasta for you forever. Oh, and what's that one place that I'd return to in a heartbeat? Well, stick with me for another minute and I'll get to that. First, do me a favor, subscribe, click that button down below if you haven't already. That way you're not going to miss out on any of my upcoming videos. Also, consider becoming a patron. Yes, I also have a Patreon now. The link is down there in the description next to these hotels I'm going to list. You get early bird viewing on my videos, plus all sorts of other goodies, and the good feeling of supporting me. Thank you. I've been in Italy for 20 years, and the longer I stay, the less likely I am to chase those big name destinations. Yes, you should see Rome, Venice, Florence once in your life. But if you really want to feel Italy, well, you go where the Italians go to escape. So here's the question. Would you rather be in a crowd of 10,000 tourists or under the Tuscan sun, sipping a red at La Pimpinella with no one else there to fight you for a free table? Out here, the only tourist trap is a 3-hour lunch. And frankly, I fell in head first. So I've put all the Google Map links down in the description below. And you tell me down in the comments below, would you rather explore the hillsides of Veneto, stay in a farmhouse hidden away in the Tuscan hills, or at a masseria poolside, enjoying an aperitivo, maybe having walks on a gravel road in the morning and saying hi to Gregina? My pick, well, you let me know down in the comments. My pick, I think I'd return back to Puglia. And in fact, that's what I'm going to be doing here soon with my sister and her family. I get it. Most tourists are afraid to go off the beaten path, outside those famous regions like Tuscany with Florence, Lazio with Rome. But did you know you can stay in your own private villa in Puglia for less money than you'd pay staying in a hotel? So I want you to watch this video next, where I break down all you need to know and show you what it's like and why it might change how you travel Italy forever. Veneto's not bad.